Hello, you all. Welcome back to my channel. This is Intuitive Tarot. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a general reading, so only take what resonate. Any sign can be significant. It could be past, present, or future energy. It could be things that already have transpired, happening. So this could be clarity or validation. All right. This could be something currently going on. It may be further clarity or validation for what you already know, or some more insight or something behind the scenes that is unbeknownst to you. If that is the case, counsel with your spirit team on that particular part of the reading to make sure it is part of your story. You know what I'm saying? Because our ancestors do fight for us on the things behind the scenes that we don't see. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to people that we are not always around. We can't be everywhere all the time, but it's energy. You know what I'm saying? And they are watching our back. They do, you know what I'm saying, keep our best interests at heart. So if it's people that come to mind sometime that you wonder about where they at, or vice versa, your ancestors are keeping them away from you. So regardless of them playing around in your energy, trying to manifest you back, if they still haven't brought around and made, a move to do something, it's because your ancestors got them blocked. You know what I'm saying? Them wanting to do it is one thing, but actually being able to is another. All right? This could be something you're manifesting moving forward, so do keep that in mind. Gender is also fluid in tarot. All right? So if I'm talking about a he, I could also be talking about a she. All right? Same scenario, just with the roles. All right? Well, let's see what comes out. What's in the energy? What is Holy Spirit, Holy Angels? What do you need us to see? What's going on in the energy, current energy? What does the collective need to know? Make sure you're doing your return to senders. Call on Archangel Michael or Archangel Metatron to do that. All right, if you have not done so already. You got Virgo masculine out here. Could be significant. North Carolina. You could be from North Carolina. Someone could be this Virgo masculine. Be from North Carolina. Could be of significance. Whoever this reading resonates with could be from North Carolina. Or currently living there. Don't have to be from there. You got beautiful and single divine feminine. You came out in reverse, but you could be talking to someone now. You could, be possibly, in a connection right now, or newly, close to being in one. So you could be, conversing, like getting to know somebody right now. So it could be something that leads to something right now. So you could, be keeping that, to yourself, whatever your status is right now, collective. But a Virgo masculine could be of significance. Anything else? Yeah, you could be taken by now. You may have been, single. Maybe not now. Next card, praying that you will say yes. Man or woman, somebody praying that you'll say yes. Could be a Virgo masculine praying that you'll say yes. It could be from North Carolina. You could be from North Carolina. Next card, missing your strong hands and foot massages. So this person, could be into, being good with their hands. You may remember them. This could be somebody from your past. Don't have to be. Missing your strong hands. and foot massagers. Somebody could be bald and in their 50s, man or woman. Anything else? Anything else the collective needs to know? You got unrequited love. Something was one-sided, not openly reciprocated. Somebody could have been involved in something unrequited. So if this is somebody coming towards you that's new, or if it's somebody coming back around, when it comes to reconciliation, like somebody was involved in something that was unrequited. Maybe they were involved with somebody that was not reciprocating something back. Maybe they were the only one, thinking that, it was real love or genuine love, but it wasn't. Maybe they loved that person for real, that the other person didn't. Or even if this is a new person, that is leaving something that was unrequited, or was in something unrequited. Yeah, but this Virgo masculine could be somebody bald in their 50s. Hoping you'll say yes. They praying you'll say yes. Next card. Insulting your intelligence by telling people you claim to have gifts. Somebody was in something unrequited, okay? And whatever those terms and conditions of that connection was, it left somebody with a, it's given like somebody, even whoever they even had the person, like if they got your person or your person moved on to them or something like that, they still, may have been, pressed about you. You got some people that do that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if that person is done and, then it's a wrap with whoever they walked away from before, prior to, or at a time when they may have, was at a crossroads. Maybe they, had other options and stuff like that, had their options open, and maybe you were one of them along with some other people, and they went in this direction with somebody that they may have thought, this person was doing what they were doing because they really gave a fuck for real, but they didn't. They probably only got with this person just because they didn't want them to be with you. Well, you only got with somebody because you didn't want them to be with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That possibly genuinely, did give a fuck. But this is somebody, here insulting another person's intelligence by saying, they claim to have gifts. Like that person just saying that everybody got some damn gifts. Okay? Whether they use them for dark or whether they using them, for light, their light work. What you do with your gifts, it's between you and the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? So, at this point, whether they using their gifts for, dark, or whether they, just mad because your gifts may, outrank them, your spiritual ranking may be higher than theirs. Your gifts is one thing, your ranking is another. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever your gifts are, if you're a seer, if you a truth teller, if you got psychic abilities, you know what I'm saying, you're just very intuitive, very tapped in, very connected. Listen to your spirit team. You get downloads. Everybody get them. You know, some folks get, some don't. You know what I'm saying? Some people ignore their damn downloads. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, sometimes when you being made to be confused about what you seeing, you know, and feeling. And at this point in time, right now, what we're dealing with spiritual warfare, you got people that is sitting high and wanting, you know, to manipulate the way we see things on this earthly plane every hour of the day. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's online, whether it's in person, whether you're going outside, whether you stay inside, whatever you're doing inside, they keep wanting to warp your way of seeing the world, how you see each other. They rather, you know, us go against each other about any little thing when it's really just about spiritual warfare. And it's time, you know, a lot of people awaken and, you know, begin to genuinely love again. Remember why you're here. Remember what your purpose is. Remember what your calling is. Do your part. You know what I'm saying? Stand in your truth. Do your part. You know what I'm saying? Go towards your calling. That's the only way you're going to be able to remember, you know what I'm saying, your purpose. And not go after other people for their gifts and their purpose and their calling. Because a lot of us are here on assignment. So when it comes to what you have to do, whether somebody else believe in your gifts or whether you believe in somebody else's gifts or not, it's not up to you. You are up to you. They and what they do is up to them. So somebody insulting, you know, your intelligence by telling people you claim to have gifts, even if it's a past lover. The point is, if you a high priestess, ain't shit they can do about it. The gifts is what it is. The gifts are what they are. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't like your gifts, you know, collective, or you ain't gonna like certain people gifts collective because it allows them to see what you don't want to say. It also allows them to feel what you don't want them to feel. What you don't want them to know you feel. What you don't want them to know you know what I'm saying, are thinking. They know it. Whether they tell you or not. But they will act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? But the person that has to start with the truth telling is the person that needs to stop the damn insulting. They need to start telling themselves the truth and stop, you know, insulting somebody else's truth. And they calling and what they, you know what I'm saying, they spiritual ranking is. Because, like I said, some of the ancestors, everybody got some ancestors. But not all of them from warrior, you know, and, you know, bloodlines like that. Very dominant bloodlines. And they don't play about they, you know, they loved ones. They didn't when they were living. They don't, you know, now that they passed on. And some of them, you know, chose to pass on when they did to protect them further. But insulting your intelligence, you know, and telling people that you claim to have gifts. Let's see who the fuck this is, though. Because this unrequited love is one of the factors that play a part in people, you know, or an individual that's in the receiving, you know, that's in that connection, you know, one or two people is going to act out. They're going to feel some type of way about they emotions or, you know, whatever they done put into this connection going to waste. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lesson in it, you know, all the same. Not everybody we get with is meant to be forever. You know what I'm saying? Some folks we get with is supposed to be an assignment. You know what I'm saying? That we need to see when it comes to us facing our shadow side and stuff like that in the ways, you know, that we were in a past life and us making better decisions in this one. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different person that we experience in this, you know, situation with. You know what I'm saying? In the past life, it was somebody else. In this life, it was this person. It's different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Clarify insulting your intelligence by telling people you claim to have gifts. Who was doing this? Show me this person that was insulting the collective's intelligence. What did I fucking say, child? Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is somebody, Leo, Libra, with the world out here in the Three of Swords. Somebody is, they could stay at a distance. You know, that could be somebody that you stay at a distance with. This could have been somebody that like you were, you know, possibly in like a cycle with. You know what I'm saying? Like on again, off again, I'm getting. But with the Three of Swords, this is like some type of separation with the world. It's like some type of heartbreak or some, you know, separation that didn't happen. And it's like somebody, you know, possibly want a passionate new beginning, but, or they, you know, looking at the fact that you getting one. Yeah. This person will live at a distance, whoever this is, that's insulting your intelligence. And I feel like it got something to do with a breakup, a heartbreak, somebody going through, because your person, like I said, that was in this unrequited ass shit. And whoever they walking away from, or whoever they done separated from, or going through some type of back and forth, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to what's being said, the communication that this person is making is like, you know, them saying a bunch of things because it's from a hurt place. Like this person is heartbroken. They dealing with some heartbreak now. You know, this unrequited love. Like this person may have been, you know, in it to keep this person around, but this person, whoever this person is, they didn't love them. They didn't love them. And they maybe was with this person just because, you know, they were killing some time, and, you know, they were, you know, trying to figure out how long, you know, whatever they were doing with this person, you know, whatever their purpose was for being with this person, it ran its course. You know what I'm saying? If this person was there to kill time, they done. You know what I'm saying? If they was with this person, you know, to see if somebody was gonna come back around, that it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So this person is gonna have to make a move, or they have made a decision, you know, to they self, you know, within they self about where they see they self at with this person. And it's in something unrequited. But this person that's insulting you could be a Libra. You could be this Leo. Well, they could have Leo in their chart, but they somebody that live at a distance. You know what I'm saying? And they possibly, you know that somebody sees you as fulfillment or something like that. They know you live at a distance. They live at a distance. They could be somebody that, you know, like I said, this person may have been off and on again with this person a lot. You know what I'm saying? Or they had some type of cycle, you know what I'm saying, that just kept repeating. But this is like a completion of something, because somebody is ending whatever that was unrequited, you know, and whatever this unrequited connection was about, and whatever it was like for this person, you know, it was, you know, consisted of somebody like whether it was your person or your person's person. Who was this doing the insult? The collective's person, or the person, a past person's person? Upright if it's your person, reverse if it's your past person's person. Who is this doing the insulting? Who is this doing the insulting? Upright if it's your person, reverse if it's the past person's person. Who is this doing the insulting? Insulting your intelligence. Insulting your intelligence. Who is this? Insulting your intelligence. Show me who this person was. Who is this person? This is your past person with the Hermit. Virgo energy. With the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody could have Leo in their chart. Whoever this earth sign is. Or this earth sign could be dealing with a Leo. You could be this Libra. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So somebody, could be doing some introspection. They could be, looking within and doing some shadow work, looking at themselves and looking, possibly at getting, receiving some type of, spiritual guidance or something like that when it comes to, especially if this is your person, being insulted or your person insulting, your intelligence, by telling people you have gifts. That you claim to have gifts. Mm-hmm. Clarify unrequited love. Clarify unrequited love. What's unrequited love? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Magician. Three of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles with the Six of Pentacles. So somebody, whoever this is that's in this unrequited love, like I said, this is somebody obsessed with a status, somebody obsessed with a image and stuff like that, but will put everything about themselves before home and anything else. They make plans before they even get the money. The money already spent before they can get it. And this is somebody that will live above their means, beyond their means. But they, not financially, stable. Like this is somebody that's not financially smart. You know what I'm saying? They spend recklessly, but they also don't know how to balance home and work. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to them being, prioritizing, you know what I'm saying? Knowing what is more important when it comes to your bills and things like that before you go splurge and have a good time and not have to come back and penny pinch the rest of the damn month when you knew rent was due, shit like that. But, being all into yourself, you know what I'm saying? Being all about self and, making sure, you ain't looking like what you telling everybody, talking about everybody else doing. And this is somebody that will hold on to somebody just for the image that it gives them. And whoever this Virgo is, they got gifts with this Magician out here. Somebody got gifts. Or whoever this Virgo thought didn't have no gifts, they got gifts because somebody definitely manifesting. They a master communicator, a master manifester. Yeah, somebody don't like that either. Yeah. Clarify this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Death. Person intuition block, but when it came to this unrequited love, like somebody awaken. Like they went through a transformation, a transition. Somebody want this victory. Like I said, like somebody don't want to stay in a connection with somebody that they aware now that, you know, what they up against and what the consequences are, or like what's at stake, or like they see something now. And whatever, you know, ways this person had, it's like they, you know, letting them things fall away now that they heart chakras activated. Like there's things that this person now is letting go of and not being they not making excuses to stay, or you know, for their actions. I feel like whatever it is that they needed to change is something that's being shown to them now by being with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like they seeing now how somebody is more obsessed with, you know, how people see them, you know, and it's something working between them, even if they don't get along, even if they ain't in love. This is somebody that was bringing somebody around. They was possibly, you know, dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or somebody was dealing with somebody that they know they didn't, you know, care a lot about. You know what I'm saying? And it may not have taken much to leave this person, but the person they leaving feels some type of way because it makes them look bad. That it's like almost like they can't keep a man, or they can't keep a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I thought y'all was doing good or something like that. I thought y'all was alright. You know what I'm saying? I thought y'all was in love or something like that. Thought y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. And this person is, you know, not wanting to have this person walk away. Because this person contributed to their image. Like they could have been somebody that got a little money. They dress nice, you know what I'm saying? Always smelling good, ride clean and shit like that. And if this person ain't seen with them no more and they by themselves, you know, if they beautiful and, you know, single and shit like that, like this person, you know, they ain't beautiful and yeah. Yeah. Too materialistic. The value was real. Too materialistic. This is why somebody realized it now, like why, you know, this separation is going on. Like this is why it's coming from a hurt place where somebody now, you know, they dealing with somebody that they walking away from, ending things with because they going through a transformation. Like they going through possibly a spiritual awakening. All right. I haven't got the devil, so, you know, they could have went through a spiritual awakening, like an emotional awakening as well. But it's allowing them to see somebody for who they are as well as they self and other people. So if they were in this materialistic mindset, they were in alignment with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And this is why they ended up together. But they insulting, you know, you by, you know, saying you claiming that you got spiritual gifts. And with this hermit out here, somebody is telling somebody, or they getting some type of guidance, you know what I'm saying, on, you know, what that means, or the fact of, you know, what them spiritual gifts consist of and how they play a part in, you know, the connection, or this the person that they talking about or inquiring about, especially if they doing shadow work and they realizing that if you know something and they didn't tell you, that's, you know, your intuition. Like that's something that you using that they got too. They just wasn't using it. They shit may have been blocked because they were in their ego. Like they needed to get through this karmic cycle that they was in with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Shreveport, Louisiana could be significant as well. You got North Carolina out here. But this person wants this victory. Or this Queen of Pentacles in reverse do. But I feel like it's, you know, about their image. They don't want to have to deal with somebody asking them about this masculine, or this masculine, they asking this masculine about a feminine that they no longer with, and they know why they not with them, but they also, you know, hoping that you will say yes, you know, when it comes to them getting to this realization. You could be missing this person, hands, and you know what I'm saying. Massaging, missing your strong hands and foot massages. So you could be missing that about them. Don't mean you gotta be with them. You know what I'm saying? Or they missing this about this person. Or somebody got some nice hands, but their hands is well kept. Whoever this is, they got some nice hands. Next card, don't want us to be enemies. See, this person awakened way after you walked away. You know what I'm saying? But that may have made them, look at how this guidance is and this mentor or whoever this is or this shadow work is showing this person, why you are the way you are towards them now. Or why they feeling the way they feel when it comes to, them wanting to come towards you. Because they don't want you and them to be enemies. You know what I'm saying? Somebody too materialistic to value something real. Like your person could have been, into, nice things and shit like that. But this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, child, they was into way more, than that. Possibly need to do a cord cutting, or they need to do a cord cutting. They got something online that, on YouTube that you can look into if you need to do that. But cord cutting could be significant. You could have done one with this person. Since they claiming you got gifts and don't believe it. But I feel like they, being instructed, or they looking more into it now. They getting guidance, or they, doing some introspection. Like they could be doing their own research and shit now. Realizing, just exactly how this shit goes, like what these gifts, how these gifts work. Next card, hiding a lot of anger within. What did I say? Somebody wearing a mask. Like whoever this is in unrequited love and, insulting your intelligence, you know what I'm saying, by claiming you got gifts. This is somebody wearing a mask. Like they don't want to be saw. They don't want to be looked at or shown, an image of, what you are compared to them. This is somebody that will put another person down, or, discredit another person because of what they do for work, or what they do, in their pastime, or what they, what their mindset is like, or how they see things. They'll put that person down, or try to, insult them in some way to make themselves look like somebody that know what they talking about. Like, I got some insight about this. I know what I'm, no. Like somebody don't want to be looked at as somebody that ain't smart at all. And that's okay. Do your research. Next card, pleading insanity, fatal attraction. That's why that Three of Swords is out here. Like somebody, this person could, be trying to comfort this person in a way to where, they end up being somebody like, I'm getting that movie that Beyonce was in, where Idris Elba, where he was like trying to get this woman to like leave him and his wife alone, and it's like that. It's like somebody trying to say that they, pleading insanity, like, I'm stressed out, I'm struggling, I'm going through this, I'm, heartbroken, I'm, dealing with, depression and stuff like that with this Three of Swords. I'm telling you, because this person is willing to, risk something like that because they don't want to be looked at like somebody that can't have nobody. Like the person I want, or the person I had don't want me. You know what I'm saying? The way I want them to want me, or don't want me the way they want that. They want this person to want them the way they want you, or they want somebody to fight for them. They want somebody to, go ham for them. And you'll be surprised. You got some folks that really want to put them up. Child, they rather have your ass behind bars than at home chilling and enjoying their company. You got some that just rather you see you out here being a damn bulldog in the street, about any little thing they say, because they want you to know, oh, my man, he'll comfort, and you'll put that man in a situation where he end up in jail for the rest of his life. All because he's trying to defend your honor. Something that you put yourself in the middle of, and should be, able to, spot, some bullshit from a mile away and not put your man in harm's way on some bullshit that you could have just walked away from. You know what I'm saying? Especially at a time when there's things you can say and do, to distance yourself or keep, keep your nose clean. But you got some folks that, child, they be so immature, and they can be older people, and they can be so immature and want to see somebody out here acting a damn fool, about them when it ain't even necessary. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have opened your mouth, said something respectfully, with somebody with some sense, and got that person on up out your face before you even had to even go get that dude. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or dealing with people that you know what I'm saying? If you can read the room and you can read energy and feel it and shit like that, like, you ought to know. Like, shit, I ain't with my dude, you're going to have to hold your own. You know what I'm saying? But don't entice and invite some bullshit and then run and go get your man because, your mouth done got, what I'm saying, ahead of your ass. Now you got to go get your dude to clear the shit up. Some folks will do some shit like that and think that shit cool. And the next thing you know, your dude pulling up, you know what I'm saying, he ain't even got the whole scope of what's going on. Now he's sitting in the back of the car or laying up, laying on the ground unconscious because, something else done popped off when the popos done popped up. You know what I'm saying? So this person is bound to, try to plead insanity, you know what I'm saying, or some type of fatal attraction shit. Clarify pleading insanity, fatal attraction. Yeah, you got the 3 of Wands in reverse. With the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck in the upright. So this is, Aries, Leo said, like, somebody got some lessons to learn. They got some more, they could have, done lost their direction or, like, where they need to be, or when it comes to them being dealing with a lot of self-doubt, you know what I'm saying? And there's somebody that you may have had to deal with not knowing, what to expect, and, like, doubting themselves, especially if somebody, didn't know if they could fulfill some obligation, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like somebody can also, be stressing, you know what I'm saying, over the fact that they in a lot of regret. Mm-hmm. What's the 3 of Wands in reverse about? 10 of Wands. With the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So somebody they weighed down with a lot of, responsibility and struggling right now, with whatever they got on their plate. But like I said, this is what they're going to say, and this is they whole objective, behind them pleading insanity. You know what I'm saying? Because this person got some lessons to learn. Like, there's some, things this person don't feel like, they're able to accomplish. And that's the way they're going to spin it. Aries, Leo, Sage could be any fire sign. But something could pop off, like in a home or in a community where somebody going to have to be defensive. Could be this Emperor. May have to be defensive or whatever when it comes to that in this home or in this community or something like that, or in this family dynamic. Because somebody definitely is going to try to, they got some lessons to learn, like, but I feel like it's because this person is not willing to face whatever it is that they need to, stand on and work on when it comes to them. So it's like blaming somebody else for your anger. You know what I'm saying? This person could have, been in anger management at one time or needed to be in there, but I feel like it got a lot to do with somebody like not dealing well with stress and things that when it comes to responsibility and things that they got to be in control of and having self-control. It's like somebody, using that or saying that as a reason to, act out and do what they doing. Hmm. What's the Three of Wands in reverse with the Ten of Wands? Clarify the Three of Wands in reverse with the Ten of Wands. What's the Angels? What's the Three of Wands in reverse with the Ten of Wands? Got the Nine of Swords with the Tower. Four of Swords, Temperance. Yeah. This communication, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, is like got somebody in their head. This communication, like if somebody not having any contact, no communication or something like that with this person, if they cut them off and they not and they in their head now, or you cut somebody off and they in their head now, it's like somebody is dealing with a lot of anxiety. They could be having like a dark night of the soul. They could be having a lot of, sleepless nights, when it comes to communication, things that, they could be hearing. I'm hearing like a bump in the night. Like somebody, feeling as though like they can't get no sleep. Their thoughts won't let them sleep. Like they keep hearing voices or they keep thinking they heard somebody talking or something like that, or something that is making them wake up, from their sleep, or they can't sleep, or they're afraid to. Yeah. You got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio energy. Four of Swords. The Temperance. King of Wands. Yeah, this is causing somebody a tower though. It's gonna bring on the tower. Or somebody's in a tower moment. Like you could be enjoying your peace and recuperating and things like that. But somebody else is in a tower. Especially if you're protecting your peace, or they, could be shocked by the fact that you are healed or healing right now from things, but this also, could, be somebody resisting change, you know what I'm saying, and trying to avoid, whatever the inevitable is, you know what I'm saying? But it's a painful loss that somebody's, going through. But at the end of the day, it's not that it ain't necessary. But I feel like the depression, the anxiety, the communication part of it, and no contact, no communication, is causing somebody to reach their breaking point. Yeah, could be brought on with a lot of traumas and chaos and stuff like that. It's gonna cause a tower, or they in a tower moment. But I feel like this is divine intervention. Like this is, something, leading to an ending that, I feel like somebody was like trying to avoid. You know what I'm saying? But you got the tower at the bottom of the deck with the four swords, the temperance, where somebody's, trying to find better solutions, to their problems instead of the way they went, the route they went the first time. Because somebody wants to come in and be this King of Wands, this protector. You know what I'm saying? A mature man. It could be, somebody got a little money and shit like that, got some status and shit, but, right now they could be balancing out their priorities, making a choice, making decisions, right now and prioritizing. But I'm going to end it here, collective. Hopefully the message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But whoever this is, they don't want to be enemies. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody in a cycle right now, it has to run its course, and they have to do the work, and they can go from being where they at to a divine masculine, as long as they do the work. And you got the hermit out here, but they hoping you'll say yes. Let's see what they hoping you'll say yes to. What are they hoping the collective will say yes to? Hoping you'll say yes, praying that you'll say yes. Clarify, praying that you'll say yes. What are they praying that you say yes to? What are they praying you say yes to? Taking this leap of faith. Two of Wands. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, Pisces. Like it could want you to, give them a chance, have some type of, faith in them. Because this is like somebody, anticipating something. They planning, to make some type of decision. It could involve traveling, and they hoping you'll say yes. It could be, hoping that, you'll go on some type of trip or something like that with them. You got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck with the Page of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. And the Eight of Swords to the Emperor. Can't make it up. Like they want to, possibly, see where something goes. You got Pisces out here with the Wheel of Fortune. You could be this Pisces. Don't have to be. But yeah, the Page of Wands talks about travel, going to explore, finding out things about themselves that they actually like, being more in tune with what they want to do and what brings them happiness and things like that. Opening their eyes to new things, you know what I'm saying? And they could be following their dreams, their heart right now, Knight of Cups. So going after what that is, you know what I'm saying? And Eight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody could be, in their head and have a lot of negative thoughts. So you could be, thinking negative about, the things that happened already. You could have this person blocked. It could be, I feel like somebody is following their heart when it comes to whoever this is that they walking away from, that is this fatal attraction. You know what I'm saying? Like they could be stuck in their head. They could have some type of mental, breakdown or something like that, with the Eight of Swords, that keeps them, where they in this mental prison. Constantly reliving, a lot of bad memories and things like that. But it's allowing this person, to free themselves, and follow their heart, you know what I'm saying? Follow their dreams. But I'm going to end it here, collective. You guys, make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. This is Intuitive Tarot. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe for me on your way out. And as always, those of you that genuinely love me, know that I love you too. Mwah. Bye.